All right, friends, let's have another round of business coaching here with me. My name's Brittany Bruce, and I am the founder of Well Done Women. And we are here to help you build and launch your business and ministry. Because, as we know, a lot of Christian women and ministry leaders feel called to serve and lead and teach, but they have no business or product to do that with. And so they end up getting burnt out and confused and overwhelmed. And so we exist to help you build your brand, create your products, and teach you how to market and sell them without being weird and icky and salesy so that you can reach the people that God has called you to reach so that their lives are changed and then inevitably your life is changed. So today's episode is going to essentially be the two biggest pushbacks that I get whenever I either present the online business, the knowledge online business to someone that I know would benefit and become, a millionaire. Uh, these are the 2 big pushbacks that I get, and honestly, this is also, the biggest pushbacks that I get from my students who are in the online business course or they're in the Well Done Women membership community, and they're getting started, and then they get, spiritual warfare just comes in, and they get attacked mentally, and these are the 2 biggest questions that I get. So I wanted to do just a episode about these 2 biggest pushbacks or questions or limiting beliefs, if we want to call them that too, limiting beliefs around teaching what you know about exchanging money from your knowledge with your knowledge uh, by coaching and teaching and course creating and content creating. These are the 2 biggest things that I get. And so we're going to dive into these 2 limiting beliefs. And then I am going to hopefully encourage you and get you off of these limiting beliefs so that you can do the thing that you're called to do, like grow this online business. But before I do that, I want you to click the link around this episode and get your hands on the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Online Business. This is my brain in a PDF. This is my 6 steps on how to take what you know and build a business with it or a ministry with it. All right. So click the link around this video, or you can go to welldonwomen.com/guide to get the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Online Business. It's awesome. It's beautiful. It's going to help you get your hands on it. All right. Let's dive in to limiting belief number 1. And you know what? I can't even blame you if you have believed this or do believe this, or if you ever thought like, well, I don't do that because of this. Because I think I was there at one point too. So here it is. The limiting belief. Limiting belief number 1 is, why would people pay me for this knowledge when they can get this knowledge somewhere on the internet for free? Why would people pay when they can get the info for free? That is that's a legitimate question that I think you're probably sitting there and being like, "Okay, I could teach uh I could teach how to study the Bible. I could teach how to play piano. I could teach photography. I could teach how to golf, whatever it is that you know. Why would people pay me when they can get the info for free?" Well, I'll tell you, the first reason is that people are overwhelmed with the content on the internet, with the amount of content. So let me just here's let's get real quick. Number 1, if you were looking to start a business, okay? You were like, I want to start a business. Let me go to YouTube and learn. And you type in how to start a business in 2024. Or better yet, how to start an online business. You can get like really niche now on the internet, on YouTube, through podcasts, Google. I mean, you could literally figure it out for free on the internet alone. Here's the problem though, is that if you type in how to start an online business in 2024, you're going to have 1 million search results on YouTube. You're going to have 2 billion search results on Google from a million different people with a million different ways that they do it. And it's not going to be in order. It's not going to be it's just going to be like a flood of information. And here's what happens to people. They start, they're like, wow, this is great. I can get all of this for free. And they start going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole after rabbit hole. They hear someone say one thing and then they click the next video and they say the complete opposite. They are overwhelmed. They click X and they go about their day and they say, never mind, not going to do this anymore. Just kidding. I'm overwhelmed. And when people are overwhelmed, they tune out, they clock out, and they move on because our brains are literally wired to keep us alive and safe. And so if our brains are like, this is too much, we are stressing, anxiety has increased. You, you are now, your brain is now trying to do everything it can to preserve the brain cells that are left in your brain. And so it's like, it's this like, get off of here. This is too much. All right. So people are overwhelmed with content, what they need, and they don't realize this until, weeks go by and they haven't made a single step forward in what they're called to do, like start this business. What they need is a curated, step by step, no fluff, in order product. And they are willing to pay for it because if they have a guide that can lead them one step at a time, hold their hand. I mean, think of it this way. I mean, think of just the general public school system. Our kids go to school and they start in kindergarten. There's a curriculum laid out. They then go to first grade. There's a curriculum. So they're going step by step by step through a curriculum. They're graduating that curriculum, going to the next grade, then going to the next grade. So they start as a 5-year-old who can't read, and now they're 18 years old doing physics and trigonometry and, running for president. How did we get there? It wasn't by just saying, here, 5-year-old kindergartner, here's the internet. Good luck. Figure it out. Start Googling things that you want to learn. There's typically a curriculum involved. There's typically a guide, a coach, a mentor, a teacher that they trust, that they know. I mean, recently we took our kids out of the public school system because we didn't like the curriculum. We didn't like the government overreach in the curriculum. So we put them in private education so we could choose the curriculum that our children learn. So, yes, they are going step by step by step by step, but we changed the curriculum. We went to the place that we knew and we liked and we trusted the school to then teach our kids. There's no difference with what you are doing. People are going to choose your curriculum, the way that you teach it over others once they know, like, and trust you. Because yes, they can go to the general public school and get a certain education, but if they want a curated, niched, no one knows how to say that word, niche, who knows, from a specific type of person and only you can offer it, they're going to go to you and they're going to pay you for it because I am paying for private education for my children to get a specific curriculum. Okay. So can they get the information on the internet for free? Sure. Are they going to get immediately overwhelmed and quit? 100%. Will they pay for a curated step-by-step course, coaching program, membership community? 100%. Yes, they will. So don't let why would people pay me when they can get this information for free? I just gave you a million reasons. Another reason why they will do it is something about our human nature. Sometimes we need to pay, put some skin in the game for in order for us to take action. For example, gym memberships are between $10 a month to $200 a month. Why would people join a gym when they can go outside and work out or get a workout uh, program on YouTube? I mean, you can work out anywhere, anytime for free. Why would people pay for a gym? Because some people know that if they pay, they're going to do it. It's their own sense of accountability for themselves. Okay. So it's the I'm going to pay to keep myself accountable, but also people know that when I pay for something, I'm going to pay attention, which is why I really need to put a price tag on the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Online Business so that it pushes people to pay for it. And so if you don't want to pay for it, go ahead and download it now, welldonwomen.com/guide to get the free version. But when people pay, they pay attention. So when you're watching a YouTube video just like this or listen to a podcast, you might not pay attention as close of attention as if you were going and spending hundreds of dollars at a conference or spending hundreds of dollars taking a course. You're going to write notes, take notes and write things down because when people pay, they pay attention. Another the last kind of uh thing I'm going to hopefully debunk this limiting belief of why would people pay me when they get the info for free is that the students, when they pay for a curated curriculum, they get access to the creator. They get access to the coach. They get access to the course creator. Mo- for my courses, my students are able to ask a question underneath every single lesson that's in there. They have access to me. My membership community, my members get access to me every single week on a Zoom call where they can ask me anything about anything life, faith, business, growth, leadership, whatever. They can ask me anything face to face and I get to answer them. So people pay for access. If you're watching a YouTube video or listen to a podcast, you can't talk to them, but you can through a course, a membership community, and especially private coaching. So, why would people pay when they can get info for free? Number one, people are overwhelmed and need a curriculum. They need a curriculum from not only a curriculum, but for a curriculum from somebody that they trust and somebody that has in alignment with their own belief system. They also will do it because when people pay, they pay attention. They know themselves and they need that accountability. They'll also pay for content because they get access to the content creator. All right. So I'm hoping and praying that those three reasons alone will help you to never say again, why would people want to pay me when they can get it for free? There you go. And if people ever tell you, say, why would people pay you for this course when I can get this for free? Those are your reasons. All right. Second limiting belief, second question that I get from my students, from my members in the membership is, who am I to teach this? I'm not an expert. That's literally in quote on my notes because that's exactly what they say. Who am I to teach this? I'm not an expert, or I'm not a teacher, or I'm not like this guru person. Here's my answer to that. Your audience, the people that are waiting to hear from you, could care less about the letters behind your name, about the place you graduated from. They could care less about what you think about yourself. If whether or not you think you're a leader, an educator, or an influencer, whoever, they don't care what you think about yourself. All they care about is, can you get me results? That's it. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have a degree in education or a degree in whatever the niche is that you're teaching. All your people care about is, can you get me results? And if you're like, yeah, yeah, I could tell them what to avoid. I could tell them what to do. I can give them the resources that I use that they need. I could tell them like the mistakes that I went through and how to avoid those mistakes. I can tell them about that secret thing that really changed the game for me. That is what people are paying for. They don't care that you're an expert or the degrees that you have. My degrees are nowhere on my website. Nobody knows my educational background, but they know that I have gotten thousands of people results. And because I have that, and because I gave myself results where I was able to learn a skill like photography, and that's not even my background. That's not even like, I don't even do it anymore. I was able to learn photography. I was able to then teach other people how to do photography, get them the results that I got. That's all they cared about. And now I'm doing it for the online business space. I'm getting hundreds of other people starting into their online business journey, getting them passive income, getting them results. And that's all people care about. So they don't care about what you think about yourself. They don't care if you're an expert. All they care is, will you get them results? Here's the second thing. You only need to be on the other side of their struggle. That's it. So I'm especially talking about ministry leaders here because this is something that y'all really struggle with is you learned how to pray in a way that was transformative in your life, in your family, in your own spirit. You learned how to study scripture in a way that you were mind blown. Before that, you were struggling. Before that, you were struggling to pray. You had limiting beliefs about prayer. You were struggling to get into the word. You were struggling, but now you're on the other side of it. And now you are excited and thriving, and your life is different, and your family's life is different. There's a whole slew of people who are on the struggle side, and they need help to get on the other side of struggle. And that's where you're at. You're on the other side of their struggle, and they want to know how to get on the other side of struggle. So if you are, no matter if you're a ministry leader, if you, whatever your niche is, and you are on the other side of the struggle that you were once in, I want you to think about what changed, what got you over the hump, what got you unstuck. Build out a little short curriculum or a bullet point list of like what that looks like and what that is, and then help them, your people, get on the other side with you. And maybe they will become teachers and leaders and serve their audience. Here's the third thing to debunk the limiting belief and the lie and the question of, who am I to teach this? I'm not an expert. Here's the God's honest truth. No one can teach what you teach in the way you teach it. No one can teach what you teach, how you teach it, the way you teach it. Nobody in the world. You are God's unique, one of a kind, not prefabbed, not, overly produced. Like you, there's only one version of you. There's only one of you. And there are thousands, millions of people who need to hear what you teach the way that you teach it, because that's how God made you. This topic of, that like we all have a very, very specific call in our life because we have a specific mission, and we are able to use our very specific giftings and talent and personalities and experiences and upbringing and culture. I mean, there's no one like you. anywhere that has ever existed or will ever exist. And so, again, if you're like, well, who am I? You are a gift from God. You are created by God to help serve a particular people group that He loves so much. He's created you, He's chosen you, and now He's calling you to help them. So you gotta get out of your of the warfare that's happening in your mind. And you need to just start taking steps forward to the thing that God's calling you to do, to help the people that God's calling you to help. Because He wants to partner with you to bring more people to Him, to bring more people into freedom, to bring more people to see His glory through you. So, who are you to teach this? You are exactly who this person needs to teach this. Okay. So, again, who am I to teach this? I'm not an expert. Number one, reminder, people only need you to get them results. They don't care about your pedigree. They don't care about the letters behind your name or how much you've done. They don't care. You only need to be on the other side of their struggle. You just need to be one step ahead to help somebody, to help them, to teach them, to lead them. They just need a guide. That's it. They don't need a guru or an expert. Those people are living in la la land. Like the gurus like have forgotten what it's like to be us. So they need you who is just a couple steps ahead, who remembers the pain and the struggle and that can lead them out of it. And a reminder, you are uniquely created by the God of the universe who never recreates anything. You are a one of a kind. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And no one can teach what you teach the way that you teach it. So it's time to get out of the warfare that's happening in your mind. Take authority in who you are as a daughter of the living King and step forward in doing what you're called to do and creating this online business to help love and serve the people who need the knowledge that you have. We don't have time to hide these talents anymore. We serve a good master. We serve a good father who wants good for you, who is for you, and wants to see you multiply what he has given you for the good of others and for his glory alone. So I hope this business coaching was helpful for you. I hope has given you some encouragement to take one step forward. And if you don't know what that is, you don't know what that one step forward is, the one step that you can take right now is to grab the free guide. welldonewomen.com/guide, or you can click the link around this video to just start learning about the opportunities the online business world has for you, how you can create courses, build an audience, market and sell without being weird. I can teach you how to do this. So go ahead and grab the beginner's guide to online business, wherever you are seeing this video. I love you guys. Remember, we are here to love people and serve people and change lives.